bronze match in this best of 3. We have Sleep against GoOdy. I think it's a best of 3. The final is a best of 5, but the bronze match should actually be a best of 3. But I may stand corrected later on. I will have to talk to the admin after this particular game. But for now, let's just assume it's a best of 3. I think it is. So we have GoOdy against Sleep, and GoOdy is in the lead with 1-0. Sleep starting on Terminus at the 12 o'clock position, while we have his opponent to his right. We have GoOdy at the right side of the map. And the last game on Terminus was, sorry, not on Terminus, but on Khaldor was definitely something. I mean, this game was just intense. It was really nice to watch those two go at each other, and I have to admit that I wouldn't mind another game like this. It was just really, really, really awesome. So let's see what Sleep and GoOdy are up to this time. And yeah, well, Sleep probably already has GoOdy phobia because he lost to GoOdy in a recent tournament, and this time he is behind once again with 1-0 or 0-1. GoOdy going for the refinery. We talked a little bit about this particular map in this version of the map in one of the last games. So Warzone lacking quite a bit there. So there are no rocks in the back, which is really bad for the Zerg. There are rocks at the third base, which is also not great for Zerg, but let's see how GoOdy is faring against the Sleep before we judge. We have the first base for, the second base for Sleep already being built. And Sleep must be really sleeping right now. It's 6 o'clock in Korea, and therefore I guess that he's probably a little bit tired. And don't forget that we are still on the European server, so that's a little bit of a problem for Sleep. You should always keep that in mind, because from Korea you have a lot of lag, or, well, you have spikes and a little bit of a delay when you play on the European server. GoOdy has definitely an advantage playing on his main server right now, and you can also see those lag spikes. I think they are probably caused by Warzone right now, so I guess he'll leave the game pretty soon. But well, maybe he's able to fix it now. There it is. Warzone leaving the match, and GoOdy once again employing the Reaper build that he's been using on Khaldor and on a lot of different maps, just waiting with one SCV. I'm not sure if he really has a build where he can use Reapers with well, various bunkers that which he is usually doing on Terminus, but right now he's sending out a second SCV, so I guess that he definitely has a build for this map that is designed to kill the expansion of the Zerg player early on. And Sleep so far is already building 8 Zerglings, so he didn't cut any corners once again. And there's the bunker being built. The Reaper is ready, and let's see how that's gonna work out. And he forces Sleep to build a ton of Zerglings. Look at the amount of Zerglings for GoOdy, sorry, for Sleep right now. So I have to say that this is really turning out to be a very nice build once again. The SCV won't survive though, and therefore the bunker is not being built, but still that Reaper already has 7 kills. There's a second Reaper. They might be able to target down the Queen. Well, not quite. She reaches creep and is retreating right away, but I have to admit that right now it's looking really, really good for GoOdy. Once again, he's forced so many Zerglings already, and usually as a Zerg player you don't want to build that many Zerglings because you definitely want to build drones, and this is something that he could not do, and he might even lose this Queen. And there you see the small difference when it comes down to the micro. GoOdy is doing this very, very well. Sleep now with another Queen can finally try to kill those Reapers, but the micromanagement already shows you that Sleep has a bit of delay. We have 16 to 21 harvesters. This is a horrible situation to be in for Sleep right now, and he might lose a Queen. He might now lose a Queen, and he is losing one of them. Is now finally retreating with one of the Reapers, so the damage done to Sleep is enormous. And it's not only about the minerals, fuck the minerals, it's mainly because of the fact that he is so far behind when it comes down to his economy. Double command center for GoOdy already, and he has 23 now to 30 harvesters. Finally, Sleep is able to capitalize a little bit on the fact that he can use the lava mechanics of Zerg, but still, he does not have nearly as many drones as he wants to. He had to invest so much into the Zerglings that were trying to deal with the Reaper push, so GoOdy might now be a little bit behind, but in truth, he's far ahead in this game. Everything worked in his favor, and GoOdy now already had in the best of 3 series with 1-2-0. Is in the position that he can not only get his second base, but also upgrade another command center to an orbital command, and then just be on 3 bases, use those 3 mules and the ability to produce 3 SCVs in time. Well, that did not work out all that well with the factory, but well, let's have a quick look at the minimap. We have one Zergling occupying the Salaga Watchtower, but not for long. Yep, job well done. So let's see, a bunch of Zerglings are trying to kill the destructible rocks. 8 additional drones being built. Sleep is at 40 to 31 harvesters, will be on 50 soon. But with this orbital command, we have the third one ready. 3 mules, that's quite something. And the third base will probably fly over to the destructible rocks very, very soon, because those 2 Reaper are not messing around. The destructible debris will be gone in a few seconds. But I have to say that Sleep is now, look at the creep spread. In regards to his creep spread and his macro management in particular, he's doing really, really well. But his micro is slacking off a little bit. Well, not slacking, sorry. Well, that was definitely the wrong choice of words. His micro is affected, obviously, by the lag that he has playing from Korea. So this is something that you should always consider when judging his play. But I have to say, in general, he's doing pretty well in this game, considering how many Zerglings he lost in the early stages. He is building double upgrades in his evolution chamber, and we have him now not only with the upgrade to Lair, but also the macro hatch, and he's getting the third base. He's a little bit later than GoOdy though, and GoOdy is already at 43 harvesters, 3 mules, calling down more of them. But Sleep has recovered in a beautiful fashion, and the main question is, how is he going to deal with this drop play? Because oh, he spots it within seconds. He didn't lose a single drone. Well, now he was losing 3, but that was really well done, I have to say. So let's see what GoOdy is able to do. He should try to not target down the lair. He won't be able to do it, but maybe target down extractor. That would have been a very good choice. Oh, he's killing all of them. Well, not really, but killing a lot nonetheless. Yeah, taking down one of the extractors would have been a wise choice, because in this he would have been able just to delay his opponent's gas income a little bit. But so, well, I don't know. We'll see about it in a few minutes, I guess, how it will affect the play in this game. 7 more drones are being built now, trying to sneak into his main base. Oh, running right into the siege tank. Straight into that siege tank, and 7 additional drones are being built now. We have that infestation pit coming up. And didn't we have a spire? I thought he built a spire. Well, nope, he didn't. Okay, I've been seeing things, apparently. Maybe he cancelled it. Did he cancel a spire? I really thought he built a spire. Well, doesn't matter. He's going for the infestation pit now. He's going for infestors, which also makes a lot more sense given the fact that he already researched +1/+1 for his Zerglings and is now researching +2/+2. We have pathogen glands on its way, Zerg speed for the overlords, and well, let's have a quick look at GoOdy with 69 SCVs and 4 mules. He's in a really good spot here regarding his economy. He's already now slightly ahead in his supply, adding more and more upgrades, getting +1/+1 for the mech army, and while Sleep is now trying to expand away from his opponent, taking a 4th. GoOdy is researching blue flame hellions, and interestingly enough is adding a ghost academy. GoOdy is getting a Coast Academy, and he told me not too long ago that he is trying to use more ghosts in his gameplay. Especially against Zerg, ghosts are so damn good. So let's see how that's going to work out. And we have Sleep still focusing on the gear spread. We are 13 minutes into the game, and look at the minimap. He is covering 1/4 of the map already with creep, which is quite a lot on a huge map like Terminus. So this is really something that a lot of other Zerg players should probably copy. We have the Spire finally for Sleep, so he's going for the Spire play now after he focused a little bit on Ling Infestor early on, and he has a lot of Zerglings. He's now using tons of Spine Crawlers because he expects a push, and GoOdy is probably going to push out fairly soon. And then now he's just now leaving the base. 8 Spine Crawlers being built. There's the army for GoOdy. He has the Raven, and I really like this Raven play, especially because he can now kill all the creep tumors. This is really important. Not only can he use the point defense drone if need be, but he is able to kill all those creep tumors, and he's even in time to kill most of the spine crawlers before they are actually finished. Look at GoOdy with his timing, taking on the spine crawler, killing most of them, but nice run by of Sleep. He is taking on this army, and GoOdy not lifting the supply depots in time. Huge blunder by GoOdy, a huge blunder by GoOdy, but his blue flame Hellions are what's exactly what save him, what's saving him right now. All the Zerglings are dead and gone. Sleep at 124 supply is in trouble as GoOdy approaches his next base, and those tanks in the back with 20 kills are really doing a number on the Zerg player. But finally the Infestors and the Zerglings are able to clear up that army, or are they? It certainly looks like it. Another Hellion in the back with 11 kills. He's able to deal more damage, but wow. GoOdy with 124 supply on 3 bases still, but how much damage could he actually deal to his opponent? No damage whatsoever when it comes down to the harvester count. He's killing a few more drones right now, and this 4th base will probably die as well. 11 Corruptors are being built. The Greater Spire is on his way. Sleep with a desperate attempt to now finally get those air units that he needs to put something on the field against GoOdy's forces. He needs to do some damage now, and he knows fully well that this is going to be pretty darn hard, especially given the fact that GoOdy right now already has the first few Vikings, is building ghosts to snipe the Broodlords, and well, he still has to morph them. Plus 3 attack is being researched now, and we have another attack coming up. Oh, the Hellions trying to deal damage to the economy. Their drones are the first victim of the blue flame Hellions, and now 7 Broodlords are being morphed. We have more and more ghosts being produced, and he's just taking down the infestation pit, the attack of his opponent. More and more drones are dead, and with 64 against 75 harvester supply, GoOdy is in a really good economical position, and now finally the Broodlords see the light of day and force the Thors to retreat, while a few small amount of Hellions are just trying to take on a few more drones, but it's not really working all that well, as you can see. Only 1 kill on that Hellion, and desperate attempt of Sleep now to get another base at the left side of the map, and GoOdy is still producing more and more ghosts. He already has 5 of them, will have 8 in a few seconds. Nice catching those Thors off guard. Very well done by Sleep, but will it be enough? I actually doubt it, as GoOdy is now taking possession of this 4th base. He's on 4 bases, and where are the ghosts? There they are. He's not even building Vikings, he's just relying solely on Ghost, and the Snipes will do quite a number on those units. Here are the Snipes and the Thors at the same time. Pew, 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 killing every single one, but the Ghosts die as well. Most of the Thors are gone, though. 114 supply against 168. The creep is still receding. We have a few more tumors left, and oh, those Broodlords are actually waypointed right. Those Corruptors, Broodlords to be, are waypointed right into the Thor attacks. So this is looking pretty grim right now for Sleep. GoOdy might take this best of 3 series with a 2-0. We have a lot of Hellions once again to deal with the potential Zergling damage, and the Broodlings of course at that. And once again 5 ghosts all there is for GoOdy when it comes down to the anti-air. Well, disregarding the Thors obviously. 183 supply against 120 now, And GoOdy, with more and more ghosts in the mix, is taking a 5th base now. Well, let's have a quick look once again at the harvest account. 80 to 61, 5 Broodlords is all there is. And those Hellions, well, he doesn't have a Raven. He should probably just scan. Yeah, thank you very much. Taking down at least 2 of the Creep Tumors. But did he scout that base? Did GoOdy? Yes, GoOdy scouted the base at the back. He just scanned, so he knows fully well what's happening. This base will never see the light. Oh, actually, it just might. No, it has to be cancelled. And 2 of the Infestors are dead. And this base is dying too. So, well, GoOdy is able to contain Sleep on 3 bases, and this is awful. The Zerg player just doesn't have the gas that he needs in order to sustain this army. He has 600 banked up and 1,400 minerals, but he's down to 126 supply against 188. So right now he's in a really tough situation. Even though those Zerglings are catching a lot of those Hellions off guard, there are way too many ghosts right now. 10 ghosts, and they have a lot of energy. This is really a bad spot for Sleep to be in, but the Broodlords might be able to take on this part of GoOdy's army. GoOdy's trying to hide the Thors and the tanks, but Sleep is taking advantage of the fact that those units are completely out of position. At the same time, we have another attack in the main base, though GoOdy is just now going for it. He knows that his opponent doesn't have a 4th base. Sleep, by the way, is just trying to get another one, and that his army bottom is probably doomed. But those Broodlords are pretty slow. They will take ages until they are back into business. And now the Greater Spire is being attacked by all these Thors and the Ghosts. Yes, they are obviously the one thing that Sleep will have the most trouble to deal with, because what can he do? There are the snipes. Bam! Sniping all the Broodlords, and this basically puts Sleep down to 93 supply. He's dropping in supply below 100. GoOdy takes down the hatchery, and this is an awful situation for Sleep. GoOdy is, well, he definitely has GoOdy phobia now. Sleep with a lot of problems, and his biggest problem is the Terran player from Germany, who is now just obliterating the hatches in his main base. Not only the macro hatch, but the hive will die as well fairly soon. Finally, the Broodlord army is back. What can he do? What can he do to save those Broodlords from being sniped? Not a whole lot. Only Zerglings are available, and 2 Infestors. The Infestors will be gone fairly soon, and there are Blue Flame Hellions. Here are the snipes, sniping all of them Broodlords. Well, some of the ghosts die, maybe even all of them. He might even be able to clear this army up, but with 67 supply, what is there to do but to type GG and leave the game, as GoOdy is now on 5 bases and is just building shitloads of units, has a lot of Hellions at that in order to take on the drones of his opponent. We have more and more ghosts, Thors and tanks. GoOdy is just in the position where he can't lose the game anymore. He has +1/+1 armor, and obviously attack upgrades is going for +2/+2, is just roaming the map, preventing a 4th base, and this mining base is all that Sleep has left. More and more the queens die, they're just transfusing each other, but this is just delaying the inevitable, although it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty damn cool. But, well, there's nothing else to be done. Another base attempt being denied. Bottom we have a few drones, that's all there is. Yep, what are you going to do, Sleep? What are you going to do? You have 4 Broodlords, you have 10 Roaches, and only 1 Infestor. 91 supply against 195. The scan reveals the Zerg army, and GoOdy might now even try to take another base. There's the GG! GoOdy takes the 3rd place in the ZOTAC Cup monthly finals. Defeats Sleep in the bronze match with 2-0.